again, I didn't upload last Monday either, but that is because I was at the Blackpool Magic Convention. So from now on, I will be uploading every other Monday. Not every other Monday, every Monday. I've collected a lot more magic at the convention, so I've added those tricks to the 163, so that number will be increasing. So without further ado, let's get on with today's performance. So this is actually one of the tricks that I learned at the Blackpool Magic Convention. They've taught us how to handle cards like at a croupier school where you're dealing cards in poker. And so this is what that trick is about. It's more of a demonstration. So I get the spectator gets to cut off about half the deck. So let's say they cut off around about half the deck, and I think I've got enough cards here. Yeah, that's about half. So now that me and the spectator both have around about half the cards, I'm going to teach you the basics of card handling. So the first part you need to learn is the grip. So you're going to grip the deck just like this. This is called mechanic's grip or dealer's grip. So the spectator picks up the deck like so. The next step is to start dealing the cards, just like this. One at a time to begin with, nice and simple. And the spectator does the same thing, so they're dealing some cards down as well. You then teach the spectator to shuffle the cards, a basic overhand shuffle, just like this. They then shuffle their cards as well. You ask them to deal the cards again. They can deal more than one or two cards. They can deal in clumps as well if they wish. So they're basically just going through the basic handling of cards. The next thing they can do is they can even cut the cards. They can learn to cut the cards. So you take some cards from the top to the bottom, or cards from the bottom to the top, either way around, and then you can start dealing again if you wish. So they do the same thing. And then the last thing you learn is a bit more advanced, is you fan the cards out, and you strip some cards out from the middle, and you place them on the top. Or you can strip some cards out from the middle and place them on the bottom. So the spectator does that as well. So they fan the cards out, they take some cards from the top, and they take some cards for the bottom, just like this. They then are asked to deal the cards onto the pile until they are all gone. Okay, so now we've dealt out the cards into a pile and we've learnt the basic handling. Now they can do dealing in a game of poker. So I say, why don't we practice? So we start dealing the cards down for a game of... actually, before we do that, let's actually set up the markers for where we're going to deal our cards. So you're just going to deal about 3 or 4 cards off the top of your packs, and just make 4 mini piles, because this is going to be a game for 4 people. Okay, and then the spectator does the same. They set up their mini markers for where they're going to deal the rest of their cards down, just like this. There doesn't have to be a set amount of cards in each pile. I will now demonstrate what to do next. You then deal the cards one at a time, going through all of the piles until all of your cards have run out. So the spectator does the same thing. There we go. So now the spectator has got rid of all of their cards. Now what the spectator doesn't know is that I was using that time when they were dealing and shuffling and cutting the deck as misdirection. As when you were doing that, I was actually finding all 4 of the aces and placing them on top of my piles, just like this. Now, that is pretty impressive, but let's see how the spectator did. And when they turn over the top cards of each of their piles, they find that they cut and shuffled the 4 kings on top of their piles. And that is shuffling lesson. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. So I hope you enjoyed that performance of Shuffling Lesson. These tricks are a lot more better in person, but I'm just filming them because I want to have a catalogue of all the tricks I know, and plus I think you guys find these entertaining. So I really do appreciate you watching the videos every week. And next week, let me just check what trick we've got. I've made this little booklet of card tricks that I know. We have Henry Sugar, which is a favourite of mine, so you've got to watch out for that one. That's a really good trick. Without further ado, I'm going to end it right here.